Every boy and girl in the old town of Umingan who was afraid of Apo Mayor. He was so big, he looked like a giant. He had a giant's voice to match. Hola, larga, caramba! He always wore really clean white clothes. His hat and hair were white, and even his chinelas. He was not really the town mayor, not even more since the World War II. But everyone was still called Apo Mayor. Even Mayor Belisari, the present mayor, called him Apo Mayor. Very early in life, every child in town had been introduced to the man in white. Hola! If you don't finish your food, Mayor will come and get you. The yayas would say, Allah! If you don't do this, Papa Mayor will get mad. Some other something. Allah! If you don't this, you don't do that, Papa Mayor will. And so forth, and so on. The children often wondered if Apo Mayor ever smiled. Caramba! His white mustache and long white beard covered his mouth, but adults said that they could tell if he was pleased. He say, "Oos," but the children never heard him saying "oos," so they all hide from Apo Mayor, except Teo. Although he was also afraid of Apo Mayor, he liked the old man. He liked him because he actually heard him saying "oos" many times. Once when Teo picked up all the dirty plastic cups and papers scattered on the sidewalk and put them in the trash can, he didn't notice Apo Mayor was around till he heard the big booming "oos." Another time, Teo helped an old woman cross to the street. Out of the blue, Apo Mayor appeared and say, "Oos." And still another time, as Teo shoo away a herd of stray goats eating the kamantigi flowers at the plaza, Apo Mayor appeared from nowhere and say, "Oos." Plus, there were a few more times. For instance, he put the spider in the leaf. Apo Mayor went out and he say, "Oos." Then he hand to that father and say, "Mano po tatay." Apo Mayor say, "Oos." During the time when Lola was celebrating a birthday, you write the word "Happy Birthday, Lola," and then Apo Mayor pop out of nowhere and say, "Oos." Then give the puppy food. Then you say, "Oos." The paying of the deposit in the bamboo can. Apo Mayor came out of nowhere and say, "Oos." Washing in what says, Apo Mayor say, "Oos." Watering the plant in the garden, Apo Mayor say, "Oos." Brushing teeth at night, Apo Mayor came out of nowhere and say, "Oos." And he praying, "Dear Jesus," and Apo Mayor came out of nowhere after he prayed. Oh, afterwards, he went out. But Teo kept all of this to himself. He wouldn't tell everyone because the first time it happened and he told our friends about it, they laughed before he could go on with his story. Why would Apo Mayor bother with a kid like you? Apo Mayor only say "oos" about important things. True, lots of adults heard Apo Mayor say "oos" when the dirt road going to Umingan was cement, or when the health center started receiving patients, or when the Purang na Balay or White House, the museum showing the history of the town, opened its doors to the public. Every day, Apo Mayor walked around town. He seemed to be everywhere, and like magic, things were done faster and better when he was around. Let's finish this. Apo Mayor is coming. Clear up this fast. Quick! Apo Mayor's headed this way. And on events when they expected to attend, everyone came on this because Apo Mayor was never late. On Sunday, while Teo and his father were dressing up for church, they asked, Tatay, how old is Apo Mayor? Nobody knows how old he is, anak. Maybe 100 or more. He's been here longer than everybody else. Does he hate children? Teo had to know. He likes good children. His father replied as he helped Teo this stick and does he like me? Teo, he said, are you good? His father winked at him and led him to the door. Lemon, let's go! The next day, Teo's third grade section went on a field trip to the Boranga Balay. They have all been look forward to see the relics that told the story. And like, behave, do not touch anything. Everything inside this museum is a treasure and priceless. Teacher Ligaya said over and over again before the children went inside. They cursed when they saw the foot of old house and Damon's municipal hall before they were bombed during the war. They swooned at the optic riot, dealer uniforms, guns and bolos. They gasped at the beautiful Maria Clara costumes and jewelry. They could hardly contain the excitement. Finally, they reached a special room where a big black jar was on a pedestal. The old jar is rebuilt our town, Teacher Ligaya said proudly. When it was dug up from the ground, it was filled with gold coins. They shrieked as they surged forward to take a closer look. The boys raced to the front. The girls were squashed in between. Teos was pushed toward the jar and suddenly he lost his balance. He fell right smack into the pedestal. The jar moved and wiggled. And I! Everybody screamed. And then crush! Out of nowhere, a new voice filled the room. Caramba! And then they spook the children. Startled and afraid, all of the children ran out of the room. Teacher Ligaya ran after them. Hey children, come back! But only Teo went back slowly into the room. He stood erect and looked up to Apo Mayor. His heart was beating really fast, but he had to be brave. Apo Mayor, he said. I am very, very sorry for what happened. It was all my fault, please. Will you forgive me? Teo knew Apo Mayor yelled at him because in a very angry voice, but the big old man did no such thing. Do you have a name? Apo Mayor asked him in a small voice. Tor Mateo Takanay Jr. Apo Mayor? Ador Mateo Takanay Sr., your father, to be at the fire's office at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. You may go now, Teo. You ran out of the room as fast as I could, went home to tell the father what had happened. Before 9 o'clock the next day, Mayor Belisario's office was filled with all the officials and important people of the town. White balloons were everywhere. At 9 o'clock, Mayor Belisario stood up and said, Good morning, everyone. We're glad that our top officials and important citizens are here with us today. We were gathered here again for our Values Award. Every so often we obtain a reward as citizens who promotes good values. They also on tiptoe. Where's Apo Mayor? Why didn't my tatay here? Mayor Belisario's voice became louder and announced, Today we are honoring Mr. Ador Mateo Dacanay Sr. And what the and cheers. Mabuhay! What? That's my tatay! They were trying to run in front, but they couldn't get the excited crowd. Tatay! Tay! His voice was drowned by the cheer. The clapping was so loud that he thought he'd go deaf. In front, Mayor Belisario shaking hands with Teo's father and handing him a white envelope. Amidst the joyful celebration, Mayor Belisario continued. Mr. Dakanai-san, Teo has consistently shown excellent behavior on many occasions. Proof that Mr. Dakanai Sr., a full-time farmer and a single parent, had been teaching his sons good values, values that are we treasure most in this town. We believe that more than any material treasures, values are far more important. We should love God's creation. We should respect our elders and our neighbor's property. We should observe cleanliness. We should do what is right. We should tell the truth. Mabuhay! The men shout again and again. They are surprised while the women were wiping their eyes with their handkerchiefs. Nipples. Then Mayor Belisario said in closing, I want to thank a special person who started this value award long ago, before I were born. He want to remain anonymous, so I will not say his name. But as a tribute to him, we always make sure that many projects are in town are in white. Puraw. It was so noisy, Theo was covered his ears with his hand, but like magic in his mind he heard a big booming voice. Was. Here's the glossary and the authors here.